Oh man. So anyway, my video cut off, but I was saying as far as our daughter, yeah, that's what you need to be checking on. But as far as trying to check me and check for me and whatever, if you could do it in a non-toxic way, that was one thing. But he couldn't. He couldn't. Of course, probably couldn't stand to see me go on and move with somebody and move on with somebody else. And again, I can understand it. I can relate to it, but I am, what I'm saying, try to think you possessive of me. And even when my boys' dad was coming back telling me, if he can't have you, nobody else can have you. I don't know if he said that directly to him or whatever, but, um, or if he just picked up on that. Um, I don't know why I had to pause right there because I bind and rebuke that, period. Like, bye. But, mm, 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 mm. That's something because I done paused right there. Hasiyara Nahai Shakari Nararoshi and then Shakiraroshia. All I can say is I gotta pray about that because again, with my daughter being so close and around him and stuff like that and whatever, or I don't know. Now, like I say, this is one thing. If you don't want to be over here and whatever, I hope you got good enough common sense to know how to get away from him. Like, seriously. If, you know what I'm saying, if she was ever in danger or anything, because bottom line, I kept my daughter away from him when I felt like he could potentially be involved with somebody's murder. And that's just what it is. And because if you a killer, you don't have really, no, you don't really draw no lines. And I'm not, you know what I'm saying? I don't know what would be the reason you would murder somebody, and I'm not trying to find out, and I'm not trying to use my child. So anyway, that was what the boys' dad said to me at one point in time, and I was just like, "What?" Because I just couldn't imagine. I'm like, that boy done moved on, and you know what I'm saying? He's in whole supposedly relationships or whatever, but evidently he may not have let go. I don't know. I don't want to say evidently because the boys' dad's evidence don't be evidencing enough for me. But if that was there, bind and rebuke, remove that from his heart, his mind, I pray to God remove that from his heart and his mind. And that he can go on and, maybe live a healthy I'm laughing, Lord have mercy. I'm sorry. Oh, I'm not trying to laugh at that boy, but maybe he can some type of way go on and live a healthy life. But that's the thing. He don't realize that his own mama messed him up in a certain type of way for him and don't want him to really go off and do that. She wanted him to stay up under her. So, honey, honestly, if they want to sit up under each other their whole life, go ahead. It's one thing. I love my sons, and part of me be like, I don't want to let them go. Sometimes I be wanting them to sleep in my bed and this and that, but they're old enough to the point where they're not even wanting to sleep beside each other like that and with each other. So, and I'm not gonna do that. This part of me don't want to let my sons go either and stuff like that. But I don't know. I'm empowered to. I just believe they can be successful and things like that. I don't want to hold them back. So that's just me. But that's why I'd rather he sit his ass up under if that's the case. But at the same time, I didn't want my daughter deprived of a dad and stuff like that. So I just felt like, hey, I wasn't fighting for him naturally, but spiritually, I was praying for him and stuff like that and hoping, hey, honestly, choose your daughter. Like, choose her over your mom. It is what it is. That might be a bold statement, but it is what it is. Like, love your mom, but you need to choose your child because you laid down, and that was something that you was actively involved in. You was not actively involved in choosing your mom. You could love her back and stuff like that, and you can definitely have a relationship with her. But anyway, because I don't want to get into him being a mama's boy type, whatever. Because I talked to her about that, and she did not seem to care. She was just telling me that that's what my sons was gonna be and stuff like that. Now, when I was younger, I might have been ignorantly speaking about it, like, "Oh, he a mama's boy." I don't, you know what I'm saying? Um, but as I got older and then realized, like, and she started saying that, I'm like, "Oh Lord, my boy's got the potential to be that too." But like right now, they don't gotta be up under me. And if I was to leave and go somewhere right now or whatever, they gonna love their mama. And even when I did that little jail stint, whatever, they wanted me, but they carried on. They still went on and they life didn't stop. And my son said he felt sad and stuff. They both felt sad, but they still carried on. And so I don't know. It's like, honey, don't speak that over mine. I don't receive that. I want them to definitely. They gonna love their mom, which is awesome, and I love them. But I'm not doing all that. So anyway, but I just I wanted to choose his daughter, and I wanted him to. Now I want him to still choose his daughter, but I just want him to stop being like retarded and remedial when it comes to like parenting and stuff like that. You're not her brother, her big brother. Although sometimes we feel like that regarding our kids because we're still so young and maybe even young minded, but you her dad. I guess, and that's at this point that's if she decide, but she love her dad, and that's a good thing. I never not wanted her to, but I also want her to protect herself and be safe, honey. And I don't know if that's what I'm thinking. I don't know if she feel like maybe she been around something where he probably said something like he was trying to get at me. I've had plenty of dreams where he definitely was trying to get at me, trying to cause harm, this, that, and the third. But baby, I was straight up. Like, that's why I was trying to prepare and tell my kids. And I was trying to even kind of train my daughter, like, honey, if I have to do what I have to do regarding, I told her, I said, if I have to do what I got to do regarding your dad, you think I'm not? You think I'm over here trying to protect all of y'all, my kids, my household? Girl, you think that I will not do whatever I need to do by any means necessary regarding your dad? I sure will. I will at least attempt to, because what I'm saying, I'm not stronger than him naturally, spiritually probably, and overpower him and stuff like that. But he's bigger than well. At a time, he was bigger than me. I'm getting big, so. But I had already like tried to mentally prepare her and tell her like, girl. And I know that's probably tough, and like how could my mom feel like that about my dad and this, that, and the third, girl? Because I once felt a different type of way regarding your dad, and I processed those feelings and emotions, and I felt them, and I experienced them, and then after that, it's a wrap because what I'm saying, he chose what he chose, which was the streets and his money or whatever. I don't even think it was money that big, but it was definitely the streets, other males and stuff. Bye. Okay. Some dudes choose money, some dudes choose males, some dudes choose other females, some dudes choose, what I'm saying? I choose food. And I choose myself and my kids. And I definitely choose God. But I'm not, what I'm saying, out here doing all that other stuff and having nobody compete. A person, food can't really compete. I mean, food can almost compete with a person when it comes to me. But like I don't be into that. We're having dudes competing with one another and making people just feel less of themselves. When you with me, I be trying to make sure that you confident and stuff like that. But to the point, so sometimes where I don't even work on my own confidence. So yeah, that's why I wasn't choosing her dad, and I hope she know and understand that I'm not choosing her dad. I don't want him, and I'm saying, I'm not even like trying to make that a thing because I'm not fighting against that. My decision is made. As far as I know, and I'm aware of, and the boy's dad, I teetered on that every now and then. I ain't gonna front because that was like he felt like he was the love of my life, like for real. Like I was so in love with him, and I was attracted to him. I got two sons by him, like and things like that. Of course, but now I'm just like, I don't give a damn about him. Whatever. I still definitely love him. I can't, what I'm saying, sit here in front to myself. I love him. And, hopefully I continue to love him at a distance and continue to love the hell out of him. But if not, because I don't know, I don't think he be wanting to get rid of the hellish ways and stuff that he be having. So it ain't for me. Because I'm not going to let him drag me down and take me through what he took me through before. That stuff was painful. I don't continue to like fully fault him. I do fault him. He did what he did, but I don't fully hold him accountable like that because I did things when I was younger, and I just feel like, hey, I guess it was just meant. Rather just take my consequences, whatever. And that was consequences, especially because I have endured it and I'm still overcoming it and stuff like that. And it's like when you get on that side of it, you just like, Man, it's not that he ain't do nothing, but I don't ever want to get to that point where it's like, because what he did was it was killer. It was mischievous and it was worse. It was malicious, and it's definitely meant to kill. But God, but God knows what He's doing. So I choose to forgive him. I need to forgive. You know what I'm saying? I forgive my daughter's dad. I forgive him even now for keeping my daughter away from me and stuff like that, or influencing her. It's tough for me to forgive his mom because she had already said, I'm not gonna stop being meddlesome. I shouldn't have been meddlesome, and cried, this, that, and the third. So it's tough, but I still purpose to forgive her as well. But I don't like her, and I don't like nothing that she do. I don't like nothing that she about and what she stand for. I like some of her ways and admire some things, her drive or her ambition or whatever, that she sometimes have been a lady about herself, and what I'm saying, she gave attention to my daughter, but I don't like how she is. So, I still ask God to help me to continue to forgive when it comes to that, because I don't appreciate that at all, coming from another female, another supposed to be elder woman and this and third. And I told her, I was like, why can't we sit down and talk about things like what to do, what not to do, and stuff like that, and what not to get in, this, that, and the third? That would help me to, I didn't tell her this, but that would help me to respect you better as a, but they be too busy trying to be in competition with their sons and stuff. Honey, I hope my sons get them somebody that's very attractive, to, of course, in their eyes, but even I can see, might be able to see that she's pretty attractive and this, that, and the third. But the main thing is, I want them to have somebody that really cares for them, because they are good individuals. Like, I just sat and played the cards and stuff for my son. And hey, who's in there? What are y'all doing? Okay, because y'all need to go be in the bed. Okay, good night. Did you turn that TV on what I said? Turn it on. Bring me my Q-tips out of there. Hurry up, because I'm in here doing a video. I'm getting distracted because you're still doing stuff, because y'all should have been in the bed. Meanwhile, while I'm talking about and speaking about them, still good dudes, but sometimes just get off track. Come on, dude. Hey, I'm trying to do my video and just have to look up and see some other stuff going on. Why is he taking so long not bringing my Q-tips? Hello? My Q-tips. Can't stand for my ear to feel like wax is just dripping down it. Did you turn that TV on when I said turn it on? No, I said that when I was walking out. Okay. Do that and turn that lamp off, and good night.
You're a what?
Huh?
You're a what?
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 Oh, Euphoria on HBO Max. Just let it play. Close my door and turn that lamp off in there.
Can I quickly get my pen?
Your pillow is in here?
Mm-hmm.
Where? Oh, yeah. Is this it?
Yes. Don't do it.
I will in a little while if I go. No. Close my door. Anyway, had to do a little intermission. Yeah, that was my younger son coming in here asking for a hug, which is awesome. But right now, I'm not. Sometimes I just got to. That's another thing. They're going to have to face the reality that women will tell you no, and it's okay. So I try to, it's hard to tell him no. I didn't want to tell him no, especially to a hug. That's something easy to do. Sometimes I have to, I, what they say, what she told Lucius, I got to put me first. So that's that. Like, but I really literally hate turning him down, so to speak. But I needed him to hurry up and get on out my room, bring my Q-tips, and hurry up and get out my room. Got too much going on. So anyway, I was saying how they were good dudes or whatever. So, but I don't want them just hanging on to me. I'm not their peer. I'm not the same age as them. I want them to meet some nice young ladies, you know, when they get of age and stuff like that. That will, I was saying, love, embrace them and respect them and stuff like that. And not just relationship, but it could be friendship, healthy friendships and stuff like that. And I just pray right now that whomever they're supposed to be friends with, that they do that and not turn it into nothing sexual or anything like that. And then get stuff twisted, having babies with somebody that you was just supposed to be friends with or cool with or associate with. Because I feel like I kind of did that with my daughter's dad. I did not, you know, I feel like me and him could have been cool, you know, and you know, that's, we should have just remained at that, but it wasn't. We started messing around, and honey, it just got real ugly. And it tried to get real ugly with me and the boys' dad. But like I said, when it was me and him, we was fine for the most part. But when it was always somebody else influencing from the outside, and this is what these males be doing, they be letting other people influence, and I can't stand that. Let God influence you, because for one, yeah, God may influence you to leave somebody alone or distance yourself. But as far as God influencing you to be verbally abusive and stuff like that to somebody, no. That's some third party, outside party or whatever that just, you know what I'm saying, want him to put his hands on me or puts ugly words on me because they don't like me. Oh, Lord. So anyway, but yeah, so that's the situation or whatever. That's what led up got me here. But yeah, I'm disappointed because I just feel like you should, you know what I'm saying, went along with whatever that girl said on that day. And I don't know, it just kind of, it don't really break my heart, but it still like touch my heartstrings. Like, why would you do something like that? And I guess like for him, to me, he's more sensitive or whatever. Like I feel like his heartstrings and deeper was touched when I verbally banned him, but I don't care. Like I feel like he should have really been banned sooner than that because he was already doing some very questionable things before then, beyond questionable. And it just finally came to, you know what I'm saying, and manifested with that. But yeah, you're not gonna come over here spewing your mama's hatred towards me or whatever. I hoped and wanted her to respect me and stuff, even when we disagreed, but she didn't. She just didn't like it. Um, but yeah, you out of control when you coming and spewing at me, just like my daughter's dad when his mom told him something. How I told her, I said something about don't pick my daughter up, unauthorized and stuff. And he came straight over here trying to tear up, kick dents in cars that wasn't even mine that I was using and stuff like that. And I thought, and I mean, made it clear, I thought that was hers. So you want to damage my stuff because your mom feels a type of way? You got to be beyond remedial. I'll be trying to keep it clean. But anyway, and again, I don't want to replay all that stuff or whatever because that was crazy. I didn't respond off of other people's emotions. I responded off of what I knew that I was experiencing with both of them. And if that led me to bust you upside your head because you did something directly to me, not because of somebody else. You know what I'm saying? Somebody came back and told me this. No, heck no. So that's why I'm disappointed and let down with both of them because they didn't let me experience a relationship with them personally. That's how I feel. It was me, them, and whoever else. And, you know, it's one thing to go back and talk to somebody else, but you need to sometimes tell people, just listen to what I got to say about this person. And they need to know and learn words of prayer and stuff if they really was trying to be there for you, but not tell you how to respond. Well, this, let me tell you this what you do when she do this and that, and you know what I'm saying, or saying something. Well, I don't like her anyway. And you know what I'm saying? So then they come and spew they stuff. I don't care if y'all don't like me. I don't like y'all. Trust me. But you can respect me. And they was just disrespectful. They was disrespectful through the vessels that I had through the vessels, the male vessels that I had my children with. And I don't tolerate that. Like, so here we are. And yeah. All I know is, like I said, I'm thankful that their dad have not bothered with them, you know what I'm saying? But he started mentioning, I'm gonna get the boys, it's gonna be fun. I want to get them, we want to work something out on the weekend. I don't know. I don't know if he's still wanting to do that or trying to plan that. But this is my thing. He was trying to plan that with somebody that they shouldn't even been around in the first place. It's one thing if you're the dad and that's the decision you're making because you truly feel like I need to be in my boys' life. I want to spend time with them. Awesome. I don't try to come between that. But because you get with a female and y'all just feel like, oh, this is what would make our family perfect. What? Wait, what? Huh? Not y'all trying to blend and mesh a family with my children. You know what I'm saying? No. And you know what I'm saying? I want to dare say, even when I was in there, you still couldn't even touch my boys. But I want to say that about my daughter as well. It really, they really can't. Even if my child is in another place, they really can't touch her unless she open herself up and invite and welcome that. They can't do nothing regarding her. But, it of course it affects me that she's somewhere else and I'm not interacting with her. But baby, this is what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna come right on in here and pray, get in a secret place, lift my child up, and that's that. I have gotten to that place where in God where it's like, Lord, I don't have no choice but to trust you, of course. But it was times when I'm like, Lord, I'm gonna trust you. And like I said, I'm trying to make my way back to like I'm gonna trust them, but like actually wanting to, like actually again without the bitterness and stuff like that, where it's just refreshing. Like, Lord, I trust you. You know what you're doing, and it feels good to me. This right here doesn't necessarily feel good because it's like, Lord, I trust you, but you ain't let me know what's up with my child. But he really is revealing certain stuff. But like whoever done sent her some kind of cash app or whatever, I'm just like, I don't know who that is, but dismissed. That's what I want to say, dismissed. But I don't know. I've learned to, Lord, I don't know what role this person it will play, can play, or maybe supposed to play or not in my daughter's life. But you have your way. That's what I do. Submit it to God. But yeah, when I had paused earlier on that, oh, if he can't have her, nobody can. That's what I'm like, I don't know if he said that. He told me he was I'm waiting on your ass to die. Like, literally. I still haven't played that on none of these videos, but I got it recorded somewhere. I'm waiting on your ass to die. He told me before, I'm waiting on you and him to kill each other and just leave my daughter behind. uh, what else? He's done said so much stuff. I'm tired of waiting on God to punish you. Like, he been saying that for a long time. That was when my daughter was like 2 years old. What? Waiting on him to punish me? How and for what? What did I do to you that was so wrong? And he ain't never sat down and opened up and talked to me about that. But he claimed, oh, you know what you did and you feeling. He started saying I was feeling guilty about stuff. Don't try to project nothing on me, baby. If I'm feeling guilty about something, I'ma know. If I'm feeling convicted, especially if I'm feeling convicted by God about something, I'm gonna know. But I ain't felt guilty about nothing and nothing that he didn't say it. Because no, not a nothing. Like I was living out my childhood, my teenage years, dealing with him and stuff like that. Now, granted, did I make some mistakes and stuff and do some stuff trying to seemingly get over when I was young? I did. I feel like I did do some of that stuff, but I ain't do that stuff to come against him at all. Thought I was trying to team up with him. Now I look back and I realized that it wasn't necessarily me being a team player like that with him. I was really on some other stuff. But I also know that he approached me and I wasn't thinking about him. He kept approaching me and it's like, okay, well, you approach me and I'm not giving you what you want or need, then you need to go on about your business or you need to, you know what I'm saying, bow out gracefully. And so me, I be trying to with this whole thing, I try to bow out gracefully. And so even with going on July 13th, which 13th was significant because it's got something to do with his mom. That reminded me and let me know, you know what I'm saying? That's something to do with his mom. But when I went up there July 13th, it was me still bowing out gracefully. Like, honey, I didn't go up there to try to fight with him, nothing. He had been gone so long regarding his boys that I was like, wait, what's up? What's holding you up over here, this, that, and third? And then I guess it's like they didn't want me to know what they got going on or whatever. I wasn't trying to go in your place, nothing. I was just coming by. And when I went by, I was like, where's he at? Why? Why? And I get this nasty tone, like, what do you mean, why? Because I got children with him. What do you mean? I have had a concern for him, and I done told you what it was regarding me and him. I made myself clear, but it was why. I'm like, what? So I don't know. Maybe she got offended because somebody was actually checking for him, this, that, and third. And then after that, baby, he just pretty much sent me on my way. And I just felt like it was like I ain't saying this been confirmed, but I just felt like he was just saying, just go on because this right here that I'm in got myself. Not even got himself in because, like I said, I seen where his mom sent him in that direction, but he decided to remain in. That's just it's too much, and that's protective or whatever. But at the same time, it's just like so. I just left it at that or whatever. But it's like, well, why would you? Why would you? You know what I'm saying? But I understand we do things sometimes to spite ourselves and spite other people. I think he was spiting me, so he went on over there or whatever, and then he ended up ultimately spiting himself. Like, it was a time when I made a decision where I felt like I was already involved, well, dealing with somebody or whatever. I ain't gonna say involved, but dealing with somebody. And then when my daughter's dad was like, "Oh, but I love you, but I ain't in love with you," I went on. I tried to call myself going harder, and I ended up fighting myself with having a paternity issue because, you know, I was dealing with him, and then I was still trying to be involved with my daughter's dad, just trying to pick up the pieces to my heart and my feelings and stuff, and just like, oh, okay, well, best way to get over one is to get under another one. So that's what I was doing. And it ended up me looking like the fool or whatever. So I don't know. Again, I ain't seen nothing foolish come out regarding him except the fact that he don't be around his boys. But um and I'm not really pressed or looking for it or anything, but sometimes it's like, well damn, what. But anyway, I'm not finna it is what it is, honey. I don't even be waiting on nothing to really be revealed to me about that whole situation because after he allowed that, and it's like basically like adamant about no, you need to go in another direction. Don't. It's almost like don't even mess with me. I got stuff with me. I got some shit with me, in which he to me it's like you picked up some that you ain't got no business. But okay, maybe I just don't know and understand it. That's something that you just have to do, had to do, whatever. I feel like it's something he felt like he somewhat wanted to do and maybe felt like he had to do, but I don't feel like it was necessary. I feel like it was just something altered. But those are my feelings. My feelings doesn't dictate. It does indicate, but doesn't dictate what really was supposed to be going on. God knows. God is the dictator, and He knows. So that's why I try to leave it. But it still be trying to come up on a daily basis, sometimes, some weekly, whatever. But yeah, when I add that, especially when I see that number, um regarding old girl or whatever, her birthday, I just was like, what I mean, I can't know. I be feeling like I can't know nothing, none of the details, so why is this showing up in my life? Like, I definitely don't give a damn about this girl by far. But oh, somebody called Jay dreaming. What? Because I'm just looking like, is this Jay grinding? That was I ain't gonna say that was my dude. That was somebody that was potential for me back in the day. And honestly, he reminded me of my daughter's dad. He was a bigger dude. I was calling myself liking bigger dudes and stuff like that. But anyway, but that's where I'm at. Not trying to pick this up again. Just don't. know, don't fully understand certain stuff. But I know enough to know that I don't want to get pulled back into no madness with them. I don't want to get pulled into no madness with a with a new group of people either. And I see myself kind of drifting to where it could potentially go there, but I I I want to be refreshed. I want something different regarding my life because y'all been trying to mess me over. They have not been good friends. They have not been good people, but not been good friends or nothing with me. And for me, and I guess if I could say this about me, I could say it about them. I didn't really know how. I was still learning. They seemed to know more how, and I was just trying to learn how to incorporate that in my life. But it seemed like time was short. They didn't give me enough time, and just was like, oh, we not fucking with her because even my daughter's dad tried to tell me, don't nobody know how to take you, and maybe that's his way of just saying, you might as well come on around me. But I almost feel like he was saying he didn't know how to take me. He didn't know how to, understand me and stuff like that. And I felt like good for you because you should have left me where I was at. But so yeah, that's what I'm on or whatever. Just but seeing that vision with my daughter and and it looked like my daughter would look like she was more mature and stuff like that. They definitely look mature. Looked like might have been taller, but it still looked like a young girl. Um, maybe definitely teenager and stuff like that. But I don't know, honey. I'm highly disappointed when it comes to you maneuvered something and my daughter ended up at my house. Like that right there. Of course, it's witchcraft and stuff behind it or whatever. But you and your flying monkey, y'all, you know what I'm saying? And it actually affected me. And again, I don't continue to just hold it so deeply, a deep grudge, because I feel like, I feel like I did something, but I also feel like I was pressured. Definitely pressured. But, oh yeah, and I don't know why, a so-called loved one, previously called sibling, was calling me. Was it last night, the night, whatever? I had just got a new phone and stuff, and next thing I know, my phone ringing. I'm like, wait a minute, because I be blocking y'all. People was blocked on my other phone, but on this one, they wasn't blocked and could get through. I was like, oh, but I didn't answer, and I'm not saying this in a bad way, but baby, I want to see I'd rather see my daughter before I ever see y'all. You know what I'm saying? I did see this one, more recent than my child. Like, no, I don't want that to happen again. That's not order for me. I want to see my daughter, know my daughter, be interacting with my daughter, and God forbid that she leave this earth anytime soon, and definitely before me. Definitely, I'm saying, I was about to say definitely not before me, but no. Yeah, not before me. Definitely not before me. Um, but yeah, I don't want to see y'all. I don't care what kind of blood we so-called share, this, that, and the third. And I know sisters and stuff and siblings, y'all supposed to be close. But I can never get close to nobody because I don't have the same full-blooded parent as anybody. And when I know the truth, other people are not affected by that like that. But when I know the truth about something like that, I take it to heart. I take it serious. But I also know too that people that's not bloodline can be closer to you than bloodline. And although I felt close to this person who, is calling and stuff, I'm a decision maker, and I'm like, my decision is still, I want to feel closer and know I'm closer to my daughter, my kids, because there's no reason why our relationship should be like that. Besides some of the obvious, me having her out of wedlock, and not having her with the man I believe I'm supposed to be with, anything like that. So I know that's tough. So I'm sorry, y'all got to be in whatever however long the line is. Oh no, I'm trying to go back to something. What was I trying to go back to? Because I was going back to 2017. I don't even know. I was looking for something on here. Oh, I think I was trying to go back to I don't know, man. I don't know if I was trying to go back to the day of like the day that I felt the grief. I don't know. I don't even know what I was looking for. It's crazy. That's crazy. I'm not crazy. Till this day. My sight changing a little bit or a lot, but I ain't crazy. I can admit to when something is going on with me. And honestly, I might not admit it all till I came across these pictures where we had our son and he was sitting in the room. Like, I literally be forgetting about him. I just came across some pictures on it. But yeah, I'm definitely gonna scroll past our so-called sexcapades. Yeah. Okay, so this is August 26th, 2018. Ooh. Why is it showing error? Don't play with me.
So last night woke up 3-something,
Now
4-something.
this video might cut off while I'm doing this.
Watched that live done by Commit Martian Neely, and it was about I'm walking in my set time, and so couldn't really go back to sleep. It was a stressful thing. Is that I keep on saying 666.
So anyway, I was trying to listen to some old recordings because I did record some stuff around that time. I was doing a lot of recording. I like to go back and be able to reflect on this stuff and know what I said because I'm not living in that time anymore and on them days anymore. But I gave detailed accounts of what was taking place. So. Okay, so like I was saying before, this video might cut off because it's 30 something, almost 40 something minutes long, but I'm gonna play these because I'm just trying to go back to what I was trying to go back to. I don't know. August 17th, 2018, seen a glimpse of a ring being put on a finger. And it looked like I was looking at, I don't know. I knew naturally I ain't have no ring on my finger, I'm gonna tell you that much. I'm glad I can laugh at that because there was one point in time where I was like, oh, feeling very, not even physically sick, but ill about it. Like, I'm supposed to be married by now. I'm supposed to be this, that, and the third. And it's supposed to be looking somewhat like how I want it to look. But anyway, so August 26, 2018, 12:25 p.m. So
Feel
that's during the day.
uncomfortable just thinking about it because that's not normally what I be doing. But
Let me go back.
Feel
Why is this?
Feel uncomfortable. Feel
This one video.
Feel uncomfortable just thinking about it because that's not normally what I be doing. But of course, he never answered and paying attention or anything. Like, well, I'm not saying didn't pay attention, but he didn't answer and probably rejected the calls if anything. But I had to do it. It was in obedience to what God was moving on me to do. And like I said, I got that relief, and then I went to sleep peacefully. I was good after that. But woke up this morning and still had these other feelings. Got some other revelations, just concerning the words vicious, dangerous, and
this was before I knew his mom had died. Well, this was still on 26, so I guess she died on 27. So this was before I knew anything.
vicious. But then God just showed me the grace of over my life for why certain stuff didn't happen to me, and I'm thankful for that. Mainly because I am the mother of his children. That's kind of what saved me from some other stuff. They even spared me from some old other stuff he had been peeking through when he was holding his son in the picture. So the other thing is, no, I really don't like the dude. I love him because the love of God is flowing through me. But I really don't like the dude because, of course, those ways. The ways are just disgusting. And I guess that goes back to dangerous and vicious. It describes his ways. It describes his mentality, probably his thought process and stuff like that. I don't know because I don't know his thoughts, but God knows. And so this is really stressful because I just don't ever see me getting happiness or satisfaction, with somebody like this. I do see my happiness and my joy continuously coming from the Lord, but, it's just, this thing is just crazy. Lord, just continue to help me. Lord, continue to guide me, order my steps. I don't really have nobody, family, of course, that I can talk to and go in depth with them about this, and just anybody close to me like that. Don't really trust nobody with this information. I do believe I could trust my daughter eventually, but I feel like when she gets older, but I don't know, God's timing is what I'm gonna move on. But and there's probably only one other person, two other people that I can trust with the info, but had to do that. Also, the stuff me and Jan went back and forth on yesterday. Of course, the praying in the spirit the other day with when I prayed and Cosetta started praying too. It's just so much stuff happening, and I don't feel like I get the peace and stuff, but I just don't get the happiness, or it does not remain. The joy don't remain. So I know the enemy's still trying to attack and steal my joy, but I'm pressing forward. It's the fact that I had to send him the messages and praying in the spirit, praying in tongues. It was awesome. I did get satisfaction from that because it was a leap of faith. It was just me stepping out of my shell because that's not what I do, especially with him. But I definitely don't, I don't do this stuff for show. So God got me coming out concerning that part, which is awesome. But I still want to kind of keep that part of my life personal. I like being behind my closed doors praying. But where he lead, that's what I follow. But I just want to see some manifestation. I want to see the results. There should probably be results enough, but because I know me. But I want to see what's happening on the other end. What's happening maybe internally, externally on the other ends. But to God be all the glory. I'm good. I'm making it. I'm gonna push through. It's really hard to get up out the bed over the past month since I interacted with him, but it's all good.
This is August 28th. It will let me play it. I'm gonna put a heart on it. Okay, so it's really trying not to let me.
It's still uncomfortable just thinking about it because that's not normally what I be doing. But of course, he never answered and paying attention or anything. I'm not saying didn't pay attention, but he didn't answer. And probably. So when I went in there, and I'm looking for even the whole path I walked, but I'm looking for Miss Lillian. Looking for Miss Lillian to let her know I'm about to leave, and she gonna have to call the office. I go down and I see this Miss Frederica. I think her name was Bradshaw. Of course, she went to Grimsley, but yeah, she went to Grimsley, where of course I dealt with Kurt, whatever.
Some of my messages must be getting literally mixed up.
So fact that I had to send him the messages and praying in the spirit, praying in tongues.
It will not let me play from August 28th. I'm like, devil, you alive.
So when I went,
It skipped somewhere else. This to hold the 2 years later. Okay, I'm gonna have to try to share this with myself or something because it's trying not to let me play it.
the stressful thing is that I keep on seeing 666. Again, I think 777 was wonderful. I was starting to see it more. But Sunday when Steve and my grandma bought the food, the change back was equal to 666. And of course, Monday his mom died. Brandon's mom died. And then, of course, she claimed and professed devil at times in her life. And then tonight, I did a transfer to my bank, and I was on a $50 transfer, and left my balance at 666 in my checking. And I'm just like, Lord, the strain, the stress, you know.
Okay, so that was August the 28th. I was just trying to see what I was saying, but whatever. I was saying 666, whatever. Definitely seen like the Baphomet song, somebody doing the Baphomet song when he came over here on her birthday. So I'll just be like, oh, it just to me it ties to her, but to the girl, but I don't know. And then other times when I seen it, of course, it was either somebody coming, showing up, trying to kick my door in, or just some. I don't want to say anything about the Antichrist spirit or number is light, but sometimes it just seems lighter than other times. It seems like it manifests in a heavier and a stronger way sometimes than in others. But anywho, I was trying to go back a little bit just to see what my mindset was back then. Oh, which I still need to go back some more to see what my mindset was 2017. Because I don't give a damn if they say I talk to myself, whatever. I do not care. I have to just take notes. And I had to purpose to remember certain stuff that other people may have forgotten and all that, whatever. Let me just go all the way back in 2017. A lot of this stuff I was writing down. And then I go back to that May 18th where I had that spiritual experience where he came over and said he was going to Maryland. And he asked, that's when he was still asking me to do the usual stuff that he would ask me. That was the day when he said we ain't cool and whatever. And he left. And after he left, I dozed off and had the experience that he was still right there laying beside me. He was asleep and all. See, to me, those was the good days. But I was still experiencing some crazy stuff, like being involved with him. I experienced some things I had never experienced before. And it was just wild. I ain't say it was fun, it was wild. And yeah, that's when I heard a voice saying roles switched or something. So it's some type of spiritual type thing where I don't know. This sorcerer can switch stuff. It is just wow, man. I still feel like I was me, but at times I felt like I was him. Everybody. And even during this time, I had checked myself to see if I had a chipped tooth and stuff like that because this tooth is chipped. Anyway, That's what I'm saying, though. I can go back to all of that. So I guess I didn't really start doing like voice notes until 2017. But best believe your girl was writing, putting everything down, putting all them dreams in here. Even 2016. I had this dream or something. Oh, this is 50 minutes. Let me get off here and just look at my stuff.